Hello students, today I am going to take one more topic of dark reaction, that is photorespiration. This photorespiration is also called as photosynthetic carbon oxidation cycle, or it is otherwise called as C2 cycle, and it is also called as glycolate metabolism. Now, this photorespiration concept was given by Dacre and Theo. So, Dacre and Theo, these two scientists together, they told photorespiration it takes place when the carbon dioxide concentration is less and oxygen concentration is more. This Rubisco, yesterday, students, hope you remember, in the last class I told Rubisco is one of the most existing enzyme that is present in the world, and Rubisco full form also I told you. This Rubisco, it has the tendency to react with the carbon dioxide also, and also it can be able to react with oxygen, and the reactivity of Rubisco, it always depends upon the concentration. For example, if carbon dioxide concentration is more, then Rubisco, it acts like carboxylase enzyme, whereas if carbon dioxide concentration is less and oxygen concentration is more, then the same Rubisco, it acts as oxygenase. This is one of the unique character of Rubisco enzyme. But one thing you need to clearly understand, Rubisco, it has tendency to react with carbon dioxide also and oxygen also. So this is a fundamental point what you need to understand. Now, the light dependent uptake of oxygen and releasing of carbon dioxide in C3 photosynthetic cycle. This process it is called as photorespiration, where photorespiration may one unique type of process it takes place. You know very well. Yesterday I clearly told in dark reaction may Rubisco, in the presence of carbon dioxide, this RUBP, it RUBP means ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. Hope you remember all these points because yesterday I repeated twice thrice every point, so you must have understood all the points clearly. So RUBP, it reacts with carbon dioxide in the presence of Rubisco, where in the presence of carbon dioxide concentration it is reacting. That's why Rubisco, it acts as carboxylase. Okay, so in the presence of the carbon dioxide, this RUBP, it reacts with carbon dioxide in the presence of which is catalyzed by Rubisco and forms phosphoglyceric acid. And phosphoglyceric acid further, it utilizes ATP and also NADPH2 and produces glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. And glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate, it produces the sugar, that means glucose, and some other glyceraldehyde 3 phosphates, again they go back to the reaction and they resynthesize the RUBP. This all points so clearly explained yesterday. Now, I told you, you remember now, photorespiration is some unique type of reaction it is taking place. What I am telling you now, the same Rubisco, instead of reacting with carbon dioxide, when the oxygen concentration is more and carbon dioxide concentration is less, in such cases, may Rubisco, instead of reacting with carbon dioxide, it reacts with oxygen. You have to remember this point. Rubisco, instead of reacting with carbon dioxide and uh, uh, it reacts with oxygen and it produces phosphoglycolate, a two carbon compound called as phosphoglycolate, which is a wasteful product. इसका वजह से there is no use to the plant body. That is the reason why photorespiration it is also called as wasteful or useless process. In that, the normal process of what I call photosynthesis में carbon dioxide is utilized and oxygen is released. Now इसमें reverse चलता है, the oxygen it is utilized and carbon dioxide it will be released. See, that means somewhere photo respiration it is troubling the plant body. As it is troubling the plant body, it is also called as harmful or useless or wasteful process. Hope you understood, students. I am telling you so clearly. If you still don't understand, please ask me. Don't hide your doubts, okay? Again, I repeat just for safety sake. In photorespiration, Rubisco, it reacts with oxygen. Instead of reacting with carbon dioxide, it produces a two carbon compound called as phosphoglycolate, which is a wasteful product. Understood? That is the reason why this photorespiration it is harmful or useless or wasteful process. Now, normal photosynthesis may carbon dioxide it is taken and oxygen it is released. This is all common process in normal photosynthesis. Whereas photorespiration may very surprisingly oxygen it is taken and carbon dioxide it is utilized. That is the reason why respiration is called as a harmful or useless or wasteful process. Hope you understood. In this photorespiration, neither sugars are not synthesized nor ATP. That means both sugar is also not synthesized and ATP is also not synthesized. On top of it, what happens? It utilizes the ATP. Any process it need to release some energy, but it is wasting energy. That is the reason also makes the photorespiration to call as useless or wasteful process. Are you understanding na? First thing is phosphoglycolate. Phosphoglycolate ka वजह से there is no use. For that reason it is called as wasteful process. Second reason, in the normal process the carbon dioxide is utilized and oxygen it is released. But photorespiration में क्या चल रहा है? Oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is released. For that reason also it is called as wasteful process. Whereas there is no sugar formation, sugar it is not forming. For this reason also it is called as wasteful process. And ATP it is unnecessarily wasted in this process. For that all reason also it is called as useless or wasteful process. Hope you understood, students. So clearly I told you. And one more point also I need to tell you. Photorespiration it takes place in three organelles. You remember na, yesterday I told you the dark reaction. Whereas the normal photosynthesis, that means including light reaction and also dark reaction, both the reactions they are taking place only in the chloroplast. But photorespiration it takes place in three cell organelles. One chloroplast, and second one is peroxisomes, and the third organelle is mitochondria. Unnecessarily काम बढ़ रहे हैं, that means it is increasing the work of the plant body. That means the photosynthesis it is happily it is taking place in the chloroplast, and it is producing energy also, and it is also producing the food material. So it is useful process. Whereas a useless process it is taking place in chloroplast, peroxisomes and mitochondria. That means how much time and how much energy unnecessarily it is wasted, that you can imagine. That is the reason why it is again called as useless or wasteful process. See, I'm repeating constantly. This is the fourth time I think so, according to my memory. This is the fourth time I'm repeating the same point, because I wanted to make you to understand so clearly that photorespiration का वजह से प्लांट का काम बढ़ रहे हैं unnecessarily. Okay, we are ready to work if some result is there, but there is no result. But still, if someone asks you to work, then obviously you feel it is useless work. So that same thing, same feeling, and I want you to understand. That is the reason why I'm repeating 3 4 times. Now coming to the point. Now, as I just now told, chloroplast, peroxisomes and mitochondria, these three cell organelles are involved in the photorespiration process. This is the reason why this photorespiration it is also called as three cell organelle reaction, because three cell organelles are participating in a, that is the reason why it is called as a three cell organelle reaction. Hope you understood. Now, in which conditions, that means what are the conditions that are responsible for photorespiration. Unnecessarily, which conditions are disturbing the normal photosynthesis and making the plant to participate in photorespiration, that you need to understand. The first reason is high temperature. High temperature is always a stressful condition to the plants, even not only to the plants, even if you take us also, high temperatures may you won't feel much comfortable, है ना. Your normal behavior also little changes. For example, that too, if it is very hot summer and your fan or AC it is not working, still more stress आता है. Am I correct or not? That means basically high temperature is obviously a stressful or unfavorable conditions. So when the plant, it is present in high temperatures, instead of normal photosynthesis, photorespiration takes place. And increased levels of carbon dioxide, that means the oxygen level is more in the atmosphere, then also it leads to photorespiration. And decreased levels of carbon dioxide, so in these three conditions the photorespiration takes place. Now I need to tell you about one more scientist. Students, I already told you two scientists, Decker and Theo, who actually gave photo respiration. And one more scientist, now I am telling you that his name is Warburg. Warburg, he gave one effect called as Warburg's effect. In Warburg's effect, there is inhibitory effect of high concentration of oxygen on photosynthesis. I'll tell you what is the meaning of it. Photosynthesis, it will be stopped or affected in the high concentration of oxygen, and this process, this effect, it is called as Warburg's effect, and that is due to photorespiration. That fact you know. For that, to explain that only I kept it in the bracket. So what Warburg is telling, high concentration of oxygen, it definitely stop or even affect the normal process of photosynthesis, and that effect it is called as, that means the effect of oxygen on the photosynthesis is called as Warburg's effect. Hope you understood, students. Now introductory part I completed. Hope you understood, students. Now I am taking the process of the photorespiration. Now Rubisco, as I already told you, it is a most abundant enzyme of this world, where it is characterized by, it has it has ability to bind with carbon dioxide also, and also oxygen. Rubisco has greater affinity for oxygen than greater affinity for carbon dioxide than oxygen. This is called as binding. That means this can be termed as competitive binding. Okay, it is that means the relative concentration of carbon dioxide and oxygen will determine whether this RUBP should react with, Rubisco, it reacts with oxygen or it should react with carbon dioxide. That means if good levels of carbon dioxide is there, obviously Rubisco, it reacts with carbon dioxide and it acts as carboxylase. Whereas if oxygen levels are more, the Rubisco, it reacts with oxygen and it gets the property of oxygenase. That means same Rubisco, but it is showing two shades of it. In the more presence of oxygen, it is acting as oxygenase. In the more presence of carbon dioxide, it is acting as carboxylase. What you call, carboxylase. Understood now? Now, during high concentration of oxygen and low concentration of what you call carbon dioxide, Rubisco binds with oxygen and makes RUBP to form a two carbon compound called as phosphoglycolate instead of producing phosphoglyceric acid, and this only it is called as photorespiration. Now let us take a small a pictorial representation, I can say. This is Rubisco. Rubisco matlab it is carboxylase, that means it can react with carbon dioxide, so it is called as carboxylase, and oxygenase because it has equal tendency to react with oxygen also, so Rubisco. Now if carbon dioxide it is present, then it acts as carboxylase. No, if carbon dioxide content is less and oxygen content is more, then it is acting acts as oxygenase. Okay, now this Rubisco, carbon dioxide मिल गया. That means now Rubisco में you have to take only C part because O it is inactive now. Whereas if it is reacting with oxygen, the C it becomes quiet and O it becomes what I call active. Now we understood now. That means Rubisco में oxygen is part is active when it is reacting with oxygen, whereas carboxylase part it is active when it is reacting with carbon dioxide. Hope I am telling you so clearly. I am thinking so, but still if you get any confusion, you please ask me. Okay. Now, this Rubisco, in the presence of carbon dioxide, it is producing the phosphoglyceric acid, and then it is producing the triose phosphate, that means sugar. Triose phosphate, later it converts into the sugar, that means glucose, and then again it is resynthesizing the what do you call ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. Okay, this all yesterday class clearly, 45 minutes of class I explained you all this process. But the same Rubisco, in the presence of oxygen, it is producing glycine, serine, glycerate, etc. Like so many things. I am going to explain this detailed mechanism. I am going to explain. So, and these are all. None of these are useful for the what you call photosynthesis. Whereas it is also producing phosphoglycolate. That is the reason why the first stable compound in this cycle it is a 2 carbon phosphoglycolate. That's why it is also called as glycolate metabolism or glycolate pathway. Whereas if the if the Rubisco it is acting with carbon dioxide, the plant cells, the photosynthesizing cells are very happy because usko khana mil rahe. Whereas if Rubisco it is reacting with oxygen, what happens, it the photosynthesizing cells they all become very sad because unnecessarily ATP it is getting utilized and the carbon dioxide it is released out. Huh, and on top of it there is no production of food material, either food mil rahe hai, and as the reaction it is taking place in only one cell organelle that is called as chloroplast, and happily they are getting food material. That's why the plant cell is very happy. Wo this what do you call Rubisco when it is reacting with oxygen, that means for what do you call photo respiration mein it is circulating in three cell organelles and it is wasting lots of its energy and khana bhi nahi mil rahe. That is the reason why the photosynthesizing cells they becomes very sad when the Rubisco it is reacting with oxygen. That means I mean photo respiration mein all the plant cells they becomes very sad. If the photosynthesis normal photosynthesis time mein all the photosynthesizing cells are very happy as they are getting the food material. Now I'm going to take the actual mechanism of the photorespiration. Now let's see. Yes, this is the mechanism of the photorespiration. Now this Rubisco in the presence of more, that means high concentration of oxygen and low concentration of carbon dioxide and high temperature, in such cases Rubisco it reacts with oxygen. दिख रहा है ना आपको? This is oxygen and oxygen it reacts with the Rubisco. So RUBP instead of producing phosphoglyceric acid, it is producing phosphoglycolate and phosphoglyceric acid. Understood? Because ribulose 5 biphosphate में 1,5 biphosphate में how many carbons are there? It's a very simple logic, students. Just you need to understand the concept. If you understand the concept, obviously it becomes so easy. Yesterday class mein what I told, ribulose 1,5 biphosphate, very simply you can call it as RUBP because every time it becomes difficult to call ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. It's so difficult, that's why simply RUBP. Now this RUBP, how many carbons are there? Just yesterday's class only I told you how many, 5 carbons. Now 5 carbons in the presence of what I call this Rubisco. That means only oxygen is part of Rubisco. It converts into two parts. What are they? 5. It breaks into two parts. 3 carbon phosphoglyceric acid and 2 carbon phosphoglycolate. See, I'll show you also. See, this Rubisco when it is reacting with oxygen, it is having 5 carbons in a 2 carbon phosphoglycolate and 3 carbon phosphoglycerate, and phosphoglycerate happily it is participating in the what you call the C3 pathway, and it's happily producing the trio sugar. The trio sugar means glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate, which again reacts with the DHAP and it is producing glucose. That all yesterday only I told you. Again I need not to repeat, but safety के लिए I am telling you. Whereas this phosphoglycolate कितना तकलीफ दे रहे हैं I am going to explain. देखो, so this 5 carbon RUBP, it is what it is it breaks into two parts, 2 carbon phosphoglycolate and 3 carbon what I call phosphoglyceric acid. Now in this reaction, the phosphoglycolate it is produced as a first stable product. That's why it is called as phosphoglycolate pathway. Where I wrote, I can't see, yes, this is phosphoglycolate pathway. Whereas phosphoglycolate pathway, it is having how many carbons? Clearly dikh raha hai na, 2 carbons. That's why this pathway it is also called as a C2 pathway. Now you understood na? Now this phosphoglycolate, which is a 2 carbon compound, it converts itself into, because one phosphate it comes out, see phosphate is coming out, or phosphoglycolate mein phosphate gaya, then what will be there? Glycolate. Now this glycolate from chloroplast it enters into the peroxisome. As I told you na, in the photorespiration 3 cell organelles are participating: chloroplast, peroxisome and also mitochondria. That's why it is called as a 3 organelle reaction. आपको याद है ना, even introduction time में I clearly told you. So these are the 3 cell organelles that participate in photorespiration. Now इधर तक, that means glycolate formation तक it is taking place in chloroplast, whereas glycolate by diffusion. So how it is transferring to peroxisome, आपको obviously doubt आएगा ना. By diffusion, by diffusion this glycolate it enters into the peroxisome. Now peroxisome में this glyoxate it reacts with hydrogen peroxide, that means H2O2. This H2O2, when the glycolate is reacting, it produces glycine. Okay, this glycine it again diffuses. By diffusion it enters into mitochondria. See, pehle it started with chloroplast, then it entered into peroxisome, and again from peroxisome again it is diffusing into mitochondria. See, unnecessarily ghum rahe hai. That only from the beginning I am keep on telling this point, I am keep on telling, unnecessarily it is increasing the work without any use kya, what is the basically use? It need to produce some energy or it need to produce some food material. Either energy it is not what I call producing, or it is not producing any food material. On top of it, it is using all the energy. Okay, now this glycine it reaches to the mitochondria, and this glycine it releases few hydrogens, and these hydrogens it will be accepted, it will be converted to ammonia, and it releases some carbon, and this carbon it comes out as carbon dioxide. See, that only I am telling you, oxygen it is utilized and carbon dioxide it is released. Now you please try to recollect the normal process, normal photosynthesis mein carbon dioxide it is released, carbon dioxide it is utilized and oxygen is released. Yaad aa raha na? Hope you are getting na. See, whereas in this process oxygen it is utilized, whereas carbon dioxide is released. That's why it is called as wasteful process. Whereas some hydrogens they are producing NADH2, and this glycine by releasing the carbon in form of carbon dioxide it converts itself into form serine. Now this serine it again diffuse back to peroxisome. So that means again वापस, it's a cyclic process ना, that's why ऐसा घूमता ही रहता है, understanding it. So again it is going back to peroxisome, and from in peroxisome this serine it converts into hydroxypyruvate. Again I repeat, hydroxypyruvate. And this hydroxypyruvate may the NADH, the what I call NADH it will be utilized, whereas this and after utilizing NADH it converts into glycerate, and again glycerate it diffuse back to chloroplast. That means again it being it came to home station. Whereas this glycerate, it unnecessarily utilizes the ATP and it is producing the phosphoglyceric acid. And again phosphoglyceric acid, it reacts with RUBP. So this is a cycle. It is a waste cycle. इधर पूरा cycle में आपको किधर anywhere are you seeing the formation of food material? Nowhere. Are you seeing anywhere the formation of energy? See, it is utilizing ATP unnecessarily. See, it is utilizing the NADHs. These energy sources are getting unnecessarily utilized. That is the reason why it is termed as wasteful process. Students, hope you understood what is what I call photorespiration. Photorespiration, it takes place in three cell organelles: chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria. That's why it is called as waste the three cell organelle reaction. Okay, hope you understood. If you still have any doubts, please ask me, I will answer it. Okay.